What's up, Go enthusiasts? What the heck? Okay, okay. That game doesn't count. Quick resignation. Fortunately, it's a 10 dan versus 9 dan even game, so it's friendly. So they didn't have to play after Liao Yunhe's misclick. Okay, white is Gu Zihao, black is Liao Yunhe now. Let's see this game. They won't misclick this time. Okay. All right. Oh, that would have been fun. It's reminiscent of the famous Shinjinso misclick game, where he misclicked in a world champion grand final when COVID was going on. It was this like, what was it? It was 6-1 or 7-1. Suddenly played in the middle of the game, and Kaja got the free dub. It wasn't actually that free of a game, but I feel like your mental is just shattered after you have a 6-1 on your board. Just a random first line stun chilling there. Anyway. Geez, man. Um, all right, we have a game. Yeah, these two have played before many times, many times. Um, a total of 290 games between these two, and Gu Zihao, the white player, has won 179 of them, and Liao Yunhe, the black player, has won 111. In recent times, Liao Yunhe is doing better. He's improved. I don't know about Gu Zihao improving. Gu Zihao has had his high peaks of game quality. Let's see. If I were white here, I would. I don't know. You can, yeah, kick, approach, goodbye. There's all sorts of things that's possible now. I feel like it's not a big difference. This kick doesn't even seem like that it's the most optimal way to play, but it surely is fine anyway. Black will extend up. I imagine white is just planning a passive one. Normally we don't play kick if we're planning an active one. The passive one means he's not that interested in approaching here. He's much more interested in the approach to this side of those stones, which makes sense because this puts a lot of pressure on, and now black defending over here is kind of awkward, so black's not going to do that. Overall, it's a sensible game plan by Gu Zhihao. The stones are working together nicely to make it so that this attach, which is always pretty annoying for black, can be effective. And yeah, pro players have learned that the fighting after you do the hanes here is not that great through a lot of experience. It's hard for black to get an advantage from that, and much easier for black to be stable this way. So this is the popular way to respond when someone approaches to the top side of that high enclosure and then attaches here. We like to just fall back and relax, and well, you can say that white gained a small amount there, but you can also say black gained. It's not at all obvious why it would be better for white. Excuse me. Okay, so the game is now past Joseki. What would I do? I wouldn't have done that one. But it's a fine move, of course. We want white to be over concentrated. I like how they start fights like this. Because white is not gonna answer probably when they're very thick over here. And so black doesn't have to do anything unreasonable to start the fight, which is what they they really don't like if they have to do something bad and start the fight. So white doesn't answer, white plays up. I thought they were going to play up from this side, but interesting they play up from the left side here. It means, yeah, still if black goes down, then we can cover it with this peep especially. Especially this peep answered that way. And when black answers, what's the plan now? Are we supposed to extend, hane, fall back? Fall back was my intuition too. So basically, this exchange is sort of it's gonna be really bad exchange when black hane is here, but the hane is not a very valuable move, so it's sort of baiting black to spend more moves and making black a bit heavier before coming back to answer. It's all of a sensible way. This one looks a little strange. I think it may not be the best move. And Gu Zhihao just says, okay, you want to control that part, it's no big deal. It's not like white can easily attack that black since black is very thick down here, but just that this one doesn't apply that much pressure to this white. And it establishes something on the left side, but White can always reduce that later. It's not a big threat. It's just a move taking some space. Meanwhile, white coming down here, this can be pretty critical. This can absolutely be very big. I like this move as well. A lot of people want to just save. This is thick, that's thick. No need to just save, especially when we can aim at this kind of move, which is, yeah, putting pressure to connect to both sides. This is generally pretty comfortable for white. I don't know if you actually want to connect first. Okay, you actually want to connect first. I think it's, I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's also possible to run out first, but this is obviously big territory, and now white can honey connect later. This can be over concentrated, so you can say it's sort of successful for white. Black does the descend to stop the honey connect, of course. Yeah, that I think that was the only move to make this acceptable for black. And now we have this. Okay. So now this position seems fine. Maybe even. And then we're fighting over whether white can get more, or whether white can press this down more. Kind of curious. It means this. Black didn't want to be small, but now black isn't able to really cut it because white can block, and then the cut being left behind here is so irritating. So white sort of made black run out, and in the meantime got to run out himself. It doesn't seem like it was effective for black. I'm curious why he hunted here. Did he not see this? Obviously he saw that move, right? Seems like it's good for white. But perhaps black is thinking like the whole game plan now is pretty good still. Where still he can link up if he wants to underneath. It would be very painful, so you wouldn't do it, but you can. Oh, I should bet. I think I'm going to bet on white here. I like white's start to the fight here. I like the way that white's position on the top side is pretty unharassable and not inefficient. And we've even, like, white managed to expand the territory over here into the black bottom side area and get away with his weak group, breaking all the territory here too. Like, where's black's benefit? I don't really get it. There's a weakness here, but there's also a weakness in the black shapes, you know? Definitely this is good for white. I think this black Hane probably not optimal. Okay, after that, though, the connecting and running, all that stuff seemed normal. This jump might be non-standard. Might be out of line. But it could be good. Oh, excuse me. What does this mean? Wow, seriously? Why is he playing from that side? I don't really get it. Obviously, this is designed to work with Tiger's Mouth here, but I would never have thought to use this kind of shape. It's like he knew there's a wedge. He's like, I need to fix the wedge somehow. He decides to play completely from the other side to make it so that he can fix the wedge and be justified in it. I really wouldn't have thought in that method. However, when I see it, it's like, you know what? That's not a bad result. It's a good result from a method I would never have used, personally. It's just not in my dictionary. I guess I need to have this kind of thing in my dictionary. You're using... Okay, so you can defend it. You feel awkward about it. You're like, I should defend it. You make it weaker to get to defend it with high value. That can be an intuitive method. Wow. Yeah, of course it can be an intuitive method. I've taught this before, but like in this circumstance, it looks like it's just feeding black easy good moves. You know, like none of these black moves can be mistakes if it goes like this. But comparatively, if you didn't do this, maybe white was making a mistake to like not use the free method that you have there. I guess it's just like that's a method to ease your pain if you feel pain. I guess that's the way to think about it. So you can, so if you feel pain, you can trade it away like that. Yeah, this is the normal way. I'm surprised that black just answered here quickly and allowed this, but I guess black is thinking it's kind of small. I would be thinking it's kind of thick, but black was thinking this stone becomes inefficient or something. Okay, interesting. So now black has been setting up stuff on the left and on the right here, trying to get it back. His bottom side power should be coming back in territory in these areas. That's his idea. White's idea is like counterattack. Yeah, counterattack here. It was attach right here. If you attach, excuse me, if you attached, then there would be attach here and to push here and to cut. And it would have been really awkward for white. So white is trying to like stay strong here. Yeah, this move is necessary. We need to stay strong because we did get surrounded and then at the same time set up this Hane. Wow, black completely ignored the Hane instantly. I mean, this is a a way to speak, but can you really dare that hard? We're gonna extend here, aim at the two stones, aim at these stones. The potential connection is gone, I think, because of the capture of these two stones. This is interesting. Exactly which way do we want to capture those? I don't know. What's the best? Here? Here. So he gave up on the cutting resource here, which could have been useful if he gets like a stone here, which could be useful for this attack. He gave it up so that he could make a clear surround threat over here, which black, of course, is going to defend. Somehow I feel like black is going to defend that anyway. It's not like that big of a difference, but maybe it's a pretty big difference still to have the stone here, even though it's already defended. Okay, it's awkward for white because black was aiming at going down, and now black is showing that. Will black use this directly? He doesn't even use it. I guess right now if he tries to use it, then this part dies, which would be much bigger, of course. But then white has a chance to come back here, which I thought was valuable. I still think is valuable. Isn't it? Yeah, wedge. What's so bad about wedge? Why did you let me do it? Okay, black just captures here, which saves his group here. If white had captured, black would have Haned, which would have led to greater issues here. And white is thinking to fix this now, because now there will be serious threats, since there's counter here. So white wedges to get the Atari here. This is his way to fix. Pretty clever way. And now white will be killing all this bottom side, but black will be getting this right side pretty efficiently. White obviously not thinking about the Atari, but just what shape to do afterwards, because this Hane seems like it's caught, which makes things very awkward right now. We have to find a more special way. If you just play something patient, then black's like Hane here seems really, really active. But you can't easily run out, so it's like attach or jump. So he dares to run out regardless. He's talking about how he can Hane and then make some super strong counter. I suppose. I mean, this Hane is not even clearly Sente. This is probably not even Sente, so I think we need to keep playing outside. Yeah. Attach here, sort of normal step. Wow. Black just plays on the outside. We can't kill this and then also save this part. Like, where's black winning? Black gets to win some stuff somewhere, right? Can we attach here, by the way? Yeah, I think this is devastating for black. I don't know what black should really do about this. This looks like broken shape. Why is black's time not ticking down? What happened? It's not me who's lagging, right? It must be black. Surely it's black. Hmm. Should I turn on the light to be more human? Or the camera? Obviously, I have lights other than this one, but this is the bright one. Yeah, it's him who's offline, but he came back. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what black should do now. This attach is very, 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 very scary, but we're also gonna get broken here. He spent to be Yomi. There doesn't seem to be any clean way to organize this. Extend is the best shot, I agree. Then we can push or we can cut as white. Both of which looking very strong. I think push looks the strongest, but then there will be an outside, so this is the best way for sure. One way he's thinking is also to attach here first and then to push and cut, which will fix his own liberty shortage and make it so he can clearly capture all this. But it would be giving black more, so he doesn't do anything which gives black. Instead, fall back. So this attach did still generate something for white, but he didn't manage to use it to break black apart. Understandable. It didn't seem like it would break black eventually after this extend back. But this is still so scary. So black tries to fix everything with the perfect tiger's mouth shape, and white says, did you really fix everything? How about cut? How about cut? Oh, man. Oh, black did not fix everything. This group and this group have to save themselves now. He has to push from behind. He's gonna get surrounded with this group. Because there's like no way, like this is not a route back for black. And there's no way to imagine even covering this white when you're so weak, you know? When white has like a Sunday move or can cut here. This is, oh man, this game over. This is so bad. Connect here means that this is super, super thick shape. We can still save this. All we have to do is run these stones out. And these are gonna die or these are gonna die. And then it's, I mean, white has taken all the territory and started killing black everywhere. How did this happen? I don't get it. I don't even see what black did that was that terrible all the time. I mean, he did some suspicious stuff, not using this Atari, for example. Like, I guess not using that Atari is something that can like lose you the game at this level. Wow. It goes to show how strong this fight is. The like sacrifice and go back to connect under fight. And then goes to show how strong the attach to just ask for an empty triangle is. Sometimes the opponents will not give you the empty triangle and then you can actually break them. Unbelievable. Alright, so now what white is doing is trying to kill this group. Right, so we can exchange this in Sente. And then this group has 1, 2. Oh, we can exchange it. You know. So 3, 4, 5 liberties. And white here. Apparently he thinks he has more than 5 liberties. Why didn't he just run out? Oh, he thought that there was a cut here. This is slightly suspicious. Probably still working, because now he's thinking like these are Miai. Either he can connect this or run out. So there's gonna be a potential ko here, but white can just run first. That's the easy way. And he doesn't even do it. He doesn't even do the easy way because he thinks this is just dead. I mean, this one would win the game for sure, but if Gu Zihao can read this one out, then this one also wins the game for sure. Question is whether you can actually make 5 liberties for sure here. To me, it's not that basic. But it looks like it's basic to Gu Zihao. I think he's got it all read out. Yep. GG. GG. Wow. That was dominating. That was an insanely strong game by Gu Zihao. First fight. I mean, black tries to start a fight here, and Gu Zihao shows how there can be nothing that goes wrong for white. And then white tries to show that something can go wrong for black. I mean, definitely this black move, it should have been like descend at N18. This is why that descend is so common. And then when it goes like this, and attach here, and Hane did not work to this push here. And this is just not something that I would be thinking of, that would be in my dictionary. But it's so nice. And same thing to this. These things would not be in my dictionary, but after that, okay, yeah, we fed black a bit, and black managed to use that to make something on the left side. So maybe it wasn't even that good, but White managed to come back to make some counterattack here. This move is really good, of course, and I don't understand why black did this one. This is not making your game easy. This is just saying, oh, let me make the game hard. Hard on myself, because maybe that'll be hard on you too, but it's just hard on yourself, really. I mean, white is the one who's having joy here, especially if you don't get a timing to come back to make the Atari here. I don't understand. Why didn't black just immediately Atari, right? You could have just immediately Atari'd and then come back. Why not? But he didn't get the chance for the Atari later, and then it's like this. And then at this point, this shape was really careless too. Black defends a lot of moves like really fast and really careless. This is not. This Hane is just obviously wrong when you see this. And then yeah, Gu Zihao is playing pretty well to make this cut, and everything was clean for him. Yeah, a really good game by Gu Zihao. Let's go look at it with AI. It's also funny that they're now going to have a game in their record, which was 12 move. That's a free win for Gu Zihao, that 12 move game. Unlucky for Liao Yunhe's win rate against him, because Fox games cancel at 10 moves, and the 12th move is very misclicked. So he played move 12 misclick and then resigned, but it doesn't count for their ranked records on Fox, but it does count for their like head-to-head matchup, which is very funny. Anyway, let me go turn this on. So it was like this. And this part was all fine. Yeah, this thing, the AI is saying it's even, what is, oh, the kick the AI is saying is like slightly suboptimal. I was saying that too, but the way he played made it fine. So this counter first into coming back to answer is fine. The shape is a little weird. Yeah, I knew about that. It could have been this shape. This shape, the problem that he had with it was this one, I think. That like later on, sometimes this will be scary. Usually you can play here, so it's not going to be a big deal. But sometimes that one is going to be a problem. I guess in this case, since the left side is strong, he didn't have to defend it so thickly. He could have been a bit more thin. Anyway. Coming down here, this is what caused trouble to black, and then black, this one is too passive, I see. And yeah, this one is slightly wrong direction, should have been here, this stuff. But mostly this one is the big move. And goes like this. Yeah, attached, then this one was a mistake. However, these other moves would also be mistakes. What was wrong with this one? I couldn't find a reason not to do this. He just says play away. Just the fact that you created a cut here is a massive nuisance to back. And if you go here to say there's no cut, then you get pushed back, and that's also a massive nuisance, and there's still a cut. So this was the best way, which is really hard. I don't think humans are comfortable to play like that. Oh, and this move is great. That was really instructive shape. If the opponent tries to cap with knight's move like this, then we can call them out on the cut, even if we don't even want to cut. Like, we just call them out to create the cut, and they're not supposed to answer just flat. That's a really instructive fight start. And so the fight became good for white. This one was not accurate, huh? Because he could have had a lot stronger counterattack on these stones and force black to force him out rather than to just directly run out. Okay, but just directly running out was something. Yeah, I thought that these ones were like definitely gonna be bad black moves, but it wasn't even like that. I just solved it pretty clearly, pretty cleanly. Could also have solved it directly. It wasn't a big deal, but this is fine. And this move is super wrong. To go and control the whole left, save your group, and start building is wrong. Because you had to run out here, so that if you had to continue to run, it would be useful against this group. Okay, it's making sense, actually. It's making sense. This is how to control the left side area indirectly. And instead he got like pushed back and pushed down and even captured. Yeah, this was to me, um, like this one is instinctive, but this one feels feels better. It doesn't capture these is the thing. Like when you play here, what you've done is you've gotten Sente, so you can play on the other side, but you didn't capture them. And black can save them anytime they want. And we will have to save our regroup. So like on a practical scale you can think it's more difficult. But also this was not that easy. When we had to fall back. This was kind of getting kicked back, wasn't it? Because basically the difference was who will get the right side, right? And also who will get these 3 stones. And to be like, oh, I'm the one to get the right side. I don't get the 3 stones, but I get the right side. That's like very positive anyway for white, like in total territory trade. So understandable that that was controlling the game a lot better, but I couldn't think through the global implications of this kind of thing. And I guess neither Gu Zihao. It's hard. Okay, I thought this move was horrible and he had to thicken this part somehow. And yeah, I was thinking like this kind of move, but actually just turn here is super strong. That's making sense. And obviously this one is just off topic. And then there's a Hane here. Actually, I could have aimed at the Hane too. And then just reducing was also good. But Hane directly, it gives black problem. Wow, I was only thinking like which way to capture the stones. But AI says don't even capture. Don't even capture. Just surround and give him 3 stones and then kill it all. That's so scary. That's so scary. Seriously, kill this all? It's more like come back and kill this. This is so scary. My god. But we can save it. So scary. Oh, it's not that you go and save this. I see. Okay, never mind. I had the wrong idea. The idea was just that we jump up to try to control this and don't even bother controlling this here. Don't even bother trying to attack that anymore. There's no need to try to attack that anymore. It's out. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this is actually overplay then, from that perspective. Oh, of course. Of course it's overplay. That is thin, or that is, like, small. Yeah, okay. And wedge here, and then it was just game over. Yeah, really bad to not get a chance to Atari here. If you did Atari here and then played here, it would have been much better. Still not good, but this way was just easy. And running out, so I was thinking attach here, remember? It's not so bad. Not terrible, but not great. Attach here into some pressing, give them that. Would have gotten something, but Gu Zihao's way is the correct way. And it applies a lot of pressure too. Black cannot easily play on this side because we have so many weaknesses to use over there. As long as we just don't use them right away. Push here, this was the direct stuff, but it was not that easy to figure out exactly how this is going to work. There was this kind of thing, which looks scary to me. We could pull back and play Atari from that side as well, though. Anyway, he just falled all the way back here. There's something here? What's here? Underneath? Wow. I didn't realize there can actually be an underneath thing, like for real. Like wow, it's just connected, even fact. I didn't know that this is just connected. Okay, in that case the game is like kind of even playable. Kind of. But this was a terrible move. Completely not thought through. It just allowed a cut and then kill. Execution here. This was Liberty counting style moment. If black did anything out here, white was just going to connect because it's obvious that this is 5 liberties and this is 5 liberties, or 4 now that we've taken one. Instead it was this way, so this is black trying to make something happen here. If it were me, right, I told you guys I would have played here and then just like this one, yeah, something like this. And then this is dead, so it's already winning anyway. But usually how it gets the absolute maximum where now black can't play on this side to catch it because it can run out. Like part of the reading is that here we have to answer here and it can escape through that part. So if you do this one, then still you'd have to answer, and it's going to escape again. And as it escapes here, we should expect it to get 4 liberties. That's not going to be... It's not going to be possible to block with the little support that we have here. So here it already has... Yeah, this is the full net, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Awaken Tanuki. Anyway. It was a good game. Very well done by Gu Zihao here. Nice showcase of some great techniques. Yeah. How to handle that thing and use the wedge. Yeah, great. Thanks for watching. See you next time.